I thought I want to take this opportunity to share with you a tip on communication. And this comes from first-hand experience. This also comes from observation with various levels. Particularly in communication, I want to address one common challenge. If you've ever been in a meeting and you walk out of the meeting not knowing what happens, the reason is pretty simple. There is no clear set agenda, or there is no recap of the key things that needs to happen. So if you're a business leader, if you're a manager or even an aspiring manager, I think this is super important to know. For every meeting, every discussion, every conversation that you would have, make sure you know what is the intended outcomes. Now, if you have 10 outcomes, I recommend you to split that conversation into a few parts, or at least into a few meetings, because not many people are going to remember all 10 if you have that. Or if let's say you have 5 big items, they would have a challenge on prioritizing what comes first, what comes last. So have a clear idea of your intended outcome to the audience that you're working with or communicating to. Secondly is you want to structure it in having an agenda, a context, what to expect. And as you flow through, just make sure you do one by one, and please stick to your agenda. If there's any further discussion, any extra, just put them aside. Call it a parking lot where you park your ideas and discussions to follow up a little bit later. And at the end of your conversation, meetings, or discussion, please recap the key things, especially the action item. Now, like I mentioned, if there are multiple action items, understand this. The person who's going to do it, or the person who's going to walk away with your message, will have 3 things. If these 3 things have the exact same timeline, or they have competing timelines, this person needs to know how to prioritize. Now, if you're saying that person should know how to prioritize, that's an assumption. An assumption at workplace, if it's not aligned on both ends, will lead to problems, especially when you least want it to happen. So what I would recommend is to immediately just lay out, hey, I recognize there are 3 things that we need to do. First thing that needs to be done is A, followed by C, and then B. And if you have any challenge, please let me know so that we can reprioritize or realign on that matter. This allows them to have clarity of what needs to be done first and what needs to be done at all. And you could see the immediate difference with the people walking out of the room or your conversation. Now, I've done this many times, and I love seeing clarity on people's face when they know what to do, because they know what to expect, they know how to plan, and most importantly, they are clear about what needs to be done. So that being said, hope you enjoy these tips, and if you like me to share anything else, please let me know. Bye.